Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Severe storms are firing up again today across western Kentucky. There's another round of possible damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes likely to hit the viewing area. Meteorologist David Bryant joins us now. He has the latest. David?
Well, Eddie, we do have a tornado watch in effect for the entire Source 16 viewing area until 10 o'clock tonight. You'll notice that includes all of western Kentucky, then extends down through western Tennessee back into Arkansas. A long line of showers and thunderstorms expected to roll through as we go through the evening hours. Now, the primary threats with this one will be the possibility of some tornadoes moving through and large hail, and then also some damaging winds. Straight line winds are a potential with this as well. In addition to that, we could once again see some heavy rains work their way back through western Kentucky. In fact, western Kentucky has seen some of the heavy rain, but nothing like what they've had over portions of Illinois and Missouri. We may get in on that this time with 2 to 4 inches of rain possible. In some isolated areas, you could see more than that, upwards of 5 or 6 inches under some of those heavier cells as they work their way through. So therefore, we do have a flash flood watch that continues across the area for tonight through tomorrow evening until we gradually see these things wind down. We're continuing to track several areas of strong thunderstorms across western Kentucky, with more off to the south and west moving through, prompting the potential for more warnings as we go through the evening. Of course, we'll continue to track it and have the latest as it becomes available. Eddie?
All right, thanks, David. We'll have another check of the weather coming up in just a few minutes. We also have a cancellation due to the weather. The Christian County Extension Office Homemakers Leader Training for this evening has been canceled and rescheduled for Friday morning at 10 o'clock. Meanwhile, overnight severe storms across the viewing area downed hundreds of trees, power lines, and utility poles, as well as causing some structural damage in Callaway County. Reports out of Callaway County indicate 2 barns were blown down. The roof of Murray Home and Auto was partially ripped off. A section of wall at the Pella Window Factory was blown out, and hundreds of trees and utility poles were blown down. Mayor Bill Wells was out of the office this afternoon, but his office told Source 16 Murray and Callaway County got hit pretty hard overnight. Officials say the mayor will be going around the county tomorrow with Congressman Ed Whitfield and representatives of the governor's office to survey the damage. In Christian County, street and utility crews were busy early this morning, cleaning up downed trees and utility poles and lines. Pennyrile Electric spokesman Brent Gilkey told Source 16 there were 7,200 customers in the 9-county district without electricity immediately after the storm. As of news time, just 673 customers were still without power. Christian County Weather Coordinator David Powell reports at the peak of the storm, one of the spotter units measured wind speeds of 88.8 miles per hour. That was just after midnight this morning. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet also received damage reports that closed several roads across western Kentucky, specifically in Christian, Caldwell, Graves, and Callaway counties. Motorists should continue to use caution as you travel around the area this evening, as numerous roads remain closed. If you come across storm debris that's blocking a roadway, report it to your local 911 call center. Motorists will also need to use extreme caution due to flooded roads, and remember, turn around, don't drown. Severe thunderstorms overnight damaged several locations at Land Between the Lakes National Recreational Area. LBL officials say Swift and Staley maintenance crew worked through the night to clear roads of downed trees and other debris. Turkey Bay off-highway vehicle area and Energy Dam remain temporarily closed due to the recent large amounts of rainfall. Energy Lake Campground is only accessible via Road 134 from US 6880 at this time due to water over the road. The Home Place and South Welcome Station were closed today due to a power outage. Wrangler's Campground and riding stables will be closed until further notice while crews repair major damages in that area. Road 165 south between Golden Pond Visitor Center and Wrangler's Campground is closed indefinitely due to impassable conditions. Piney, Energy Lake, and Rushing Creek campgrounds are without power at this time. LBL officials report all roads within the park potentially will have hazards, downed limbs, washed out culverts, etc. from Golden Pond Visitor Center south. All visitors are urged to use extreme caution due to possible flooding and debris from last night's storm. 8 Hopkinsville residents were arrested for drug trafficking after police found about 20 pounds of pot and cash at 2 separate homes. During an ongoing investigation, investigators from the Christian County Sheriff's Department, Narcotics and Canine Divisions, and a U.S. Postal Inspector received enough information to secure search warrants for 208 South Cleveland Avenue and 327 West Edmond Street. The warrants were served simultaneously with the help of Hopkinsville Police's Special Investigation Unit, the Pennyroyal Narcotics Task Force, and the Christian County Jail. Now, during the search, the Sheriff's Department canine units alerted on 2 compressed bricks of marijuana, weighing about 10 pounds each, wrapped in U.S. postal packaging, along with an undisclosed amount of cash. Police arrested 36-year-old Rosa Escamilla of 208 South Cleveland Avenue, 28-year-old Blanca Serafin, 28-year-old Graciela Camarillo, 34-year-old Jose Zavala, 22-year-old Octavio Zavala, 25-year-old Jose Reyes, 28-year-old Efrain Zavala, and 53-year-old Efrain Rodriguez, all of 327 West Edmond Street. All of the individuals are charged with trafficking marijuana over 5 pounds and are booked into the Christian County Jail. A popular landmark, an Oak Grove steakhouse, was destroyed by fire last night. Smoke and fire filled the night sky and were visible blocks away as firefighters from Herndon, Oak Grove, and Fort Campbell battled the blaze at Charlie's Steakhouse, located at 14850 Fort Campbell Boulevard. According to Oak Grove Deputy Fire Chief Bill Johnson, the fire started near the kitchen area, spread into the attic, and then through the entire building. Johnson said the firefighters arrived on the scene around 9:20. The fire was already in the attic, and when they tried to make entry through the front door, he said firefighters had to leave because the roof was unsafe. The deputy fire chief said no one was injured as a result of the fire, and foul play is not a factor at this time, but the fire is still being investigated. Red Cross officials were also on the scene providing assistance to firefighters. As of 2 a.m. this morning, firefighters did remain on the scene. Firefighters also fought a house fire in Madisonville yesterday morning. Madisonville Fire Chief Stephen Stoltz said 7 units responded to the home of Seth Carroll at 1111 West Noel Avenue around 9:50 Monday morning, where firefighters observed light smoke coming from the home upon arrival. The homeowner then advised fire officials that all occupants were out of the structure. Firefighters started positive pressure ventilation and made entry into the structure, while another crew secured all utilities. According to Chief Stoltz, the cause of the fire was determined to be an electrical malfunction with the clothes dryer. Firefighters cleared the scene around 11:20 after deeming the home safe, and they released it to the homeowner. Christian County Fiscal Court unanimously approved a second reading of an ordinance regulating the collection of fire subscriber fees and membership dues for 14 volunteer fire departments today. The annual voluntary fee, which ranges from $25 to $50, will now appear on property tax bills. Cerulean Volunteer Fire Chief Denise Brashears asked Fiscal Court to include her department in the ordinance, since it provides services to over 200 Christian County homes.
We have approximately 225 people that we service in that area. 90 of those pay their dues. Just to show you how many people don't pay fire dues until they need the fire department. I hate it that y'all have not included Cerulean Fire Department in this process.
According to Brashears, the department is going to bill the homeowners $500 for their services if the dues are not added to the property tax bills.
In 2009, we had 28, our department had 28 runs. 6 of those were in Christian County. In 2010, we had 39 runs, with 15 of those being in Christian County. We do not discriminate. We love everybody all the same.
Judge Executive Steve Tribble told Brashears he'll take her request under consideration. And in other action, Fiscal Court approved a bid worth over $268,000 to purchase a multi-purpose excavator from Southeastern Equipment and Company. The next Fiscal Court meeting is scheduled for May 10th at 8:30 a.m. While most area residents were celebrating Easter this weekend, Task Force Currahee Public Affairs Sergeant Luther Booth Jr. says about 350 Afghan National Security Forces and Fort Campbell Currahees air assaulted into a remote Afghan district called Naqqa. Military officials say their mission was the largest combined operation for Task Force White Currahee. Specialist Rex Han of Lafayette, Indiana says we pretty much pushed the Taliban and foreign fighters to Naqqa, the farthest point from our combat outpost, and we're trying to push them completely out of our area of operations. Military officials report as a result of the mission, 4 insurgents were killed and several improvised explosive devices were confiscated during the 11-day mission. A 20-year-old Hopkinsville man has been arrested and charged with burglarizing several local businesses. Michael Thomas was taken into custody by Hopkinsville police around 5 o'clock Monday afternoon in the Blockbuster parking lot on Fort Campbell Boulevard after his vehicle was recognized by an officer from a surveillance video taken from Place One Liquors. Police report Thomas was inside the store wearing the same clothes he was wearing when he burglarized the liquor store. Now, according to police, Thomas admitted to breaking into Place One Liquors, Skyline Liquors, Car-Mart, Hopkinsville Screen Print, and El Bracero. He was charged with 3 counts of third-degree burglary, third-degree attempted burglary, and second-degree criminal mischief. Thomas was lodged in the Christian County Jail. Authorities are investigating the theft of around $100,000 that's been allegedly taken from a Hopkinsville man's bank account. Milton Marshall of the Cadies Road filed a report with the Christian County Sheriff's Department yesterday morning, stating that a known suspect, not identified on the report, wrote several checks between November 2009 and this month. According to the report, between $75,000 and $100,000 has been confirmed as missing to date. Well, get your numbers ready. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $29 million. Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is $20 million.